Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I'm going to give some people a couple of seconds to get on the live. I'm so looking forward to continue our series today. So thank you guys so much for joining in today. My name is Joanna Morante. I'm a trichologist in the Tampa Bay area. And this week we've been talking about trichotillomania. So our series, this is series 2. We're going to talk about trichotillomania. We spoke about it the other day. What is trichotillomania? Some of the characteristics and the emotions someone goes through with having trichotillomania. So now I want to give you some points, some ways to help manage what the urge, that feeling of wanting to pull when you're under extreme stress or have emotional feelings you guys have going on. So let's go ahead and start off with this. I want you guys to listen in because this is probably one of the most important one, and that is to be patient with yourself, guys. Don't be so hard on yourself. This journey of finding a way to manage the urge is going to be a process. So don't be hard on yourself. Be very patient with yourself. The other thing that I found to be very helpful is talk to another person with trichotillomania. There's an amazing groups out there. If you actually Google support groups of trichotillomania or trichotillomania support groups, find someone on there that's going through exactly what you're experiencing. And there's lots of success stories on there that you guys can go ahead and kind of share stories and be there for each other, someone that's actually going through it. Now, this one may sound kind of funny, but sometimes you don't realize it. Try to avoid having caffeine right before going to bed. Often at bedtime is when people try to find a way, they thought process start going more, they start really thinking and weighing in on their day. Some anxiety may come in place, and with the caffeine, it actually heightens that. You're up longer, the anxiety starts heightening, so you tend to want to pull more at that time. Find something to do, like a hobby that has to do with your hands, like knitting, crocheting, sewing, something in that manner that can actually help you and keep your hands occupied from wanting to actually pull. I spoke to you guys. Hi, thank you guys so much for joining. So I spoke to you guys before about trichotillomania, and it's something more emotional. It's, the way someone handles their stress, by pulling. And I had recommended to see a psychologist about it. And usually you want to see someone who deals with more of cognitive behavioral therapy. They're going to be able to also hold you accountable and help you through different ways to cope through your stress, your anxiety, fears, anything in that nature that would make you want or feel the urge to pull your own hair, okay? Because we all know that eventually what will happen, it will start causing scarring. And then as you keep pulling, that area that you start pulling, it grows bigger, and then now you have a bigger area that you're thinning in. Okay, so here's another tip. So I want you to guys have reasonable goals. Like give yourself, start off with 1 hour and tell yourself, I will not pull for 1 hour. If you accomplish that hour, still reward yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror, say, I'm doing a great job. Or I don't know, find something that you love that you know that will actually make you extremely happy about. So start doing small steps and rewarding yourself for accomplishing that. The other thing is that I'm going to talk to you a couple of things about looking at yourself in the mirror, because everything, sometimes trichotillomania starts, or majority of the time I should say, start at pre-adolescence. That's when you're finding yourself, you're transitioning, your body is changing and everything like that, and you're still trying to find yourself. You're trying to tell yourself I'm beautiful, and you try to compare yourself more, and then don't do that. What you're going to do is look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to start learning how to love yourself, how to be able to cope with different things. So you're going to start off by looking in the mirror, putting your hands behind your back and stare in the mirror, and just keep your hands there. Take deep breath, and it's going to start bringing that anxiety or whatever that feeling that you're having to have that urge lessen. And while you're doing that, tell yourself beautiful affirmation. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. just anything to sit there and motivate you. Hello, thank you guys for joining. So be proud though of your accomplishment. So you're gonna start seeing your hair growth. And as you start seeing hair growing, remind yourself that I'm allowing that to happen. I am proud of my hard work and I'm going to continue. The other thing is that it's super important, and a lot of people do this, but for people with trichotillomania, it weighs more heavy. You beat yourself up so much about it because as much as you want to stop the urge of pulling your hair, you're going to continue, but do not beat yourself up. It's going to be a transition. It's going to take some time for you to get there, okay? Tell yourself that every hair belongs on your head. It is your crown. It helps kind of decrease that urge of wanting to pull. Always keep in mind to make yourself busy. So too much of a downtime can be really dangerous for someone who is experiencing trichotillomania. So, but be real with yourself also. So if you like to be around a group of friends and socialize and stuff like that, then surround yourself with that. I know we're going through COVID, but guys, listen, when there's a will, there's a way. When we were locked down, I mean, I don't know how else to say this other than to be completely real with you. When we were locked down, I have a group of girls that we have so much love for each other. We wanted to see each other, but we knew we couldn't. So we actually created what we called our bitch and sip. And we actually took an hour of Zoom. We came on our Zoom with our little wine glasses and kind of caught up with each other, like, hey, how you guys been? How's the family doing? We crack jokes, we do things. Then we ended up doing like Zoom bingo night. It sounds corny, but guys, it was so much fun. It alleviated a lot of stress and a lot of things that are going on in our daily life. So even though at times we can't meet with the people that we love, there's virtual, FaceTime, Zoom. There's a lot of free apps out there that you can use to still be able to socialize with people. And if you are a young person who's going through trichotillomania, please make sure you find the okay with your parents first. But in the support group, find someone who's willing to do a Zoom. And that way you guys can actually see each other. You can actually see each other's emotions and feelings when you guys are talking about your experiencing through trichotillomania. One of my favorite things that I like to tell my clients that I work with trichotillomania is journaling. It is so important for you to have a journal when you're going through it, because people with trichotillomania, like I mentioned, you're dealing with stress, you're dealing with a whole bunch of emotion. Typically, those people hold a lot of feelings within. Um, um, they just feel sad, angry. They just don't know how to express how they're feeling. So journaling has been like an amazing way. And I tell people, I don't care how you write, it doesn't have to be perfectly written out. It can be scribbled in, going horizontal, vertical, but every time there's an emotion that hits you that almost makes you want to have that urge to pull, write it down. You can say, I even pointed out, even if it's an eraser on your pencil that is almost at zero and it aggravated you, and you're just like, oh, write it down. Say, I got aggravated today because I ended up running out of my eraser at the last minute. So whatever it is, you realize that you ran out of coffee. Let me tell you guys, if I run out of coffee, that's going to be a problem in my house. But if you write that down, then you start to recognize some of the things that causes you to have that emotional distress that connects to that urge of pulling. Okay. Wear a beaded bracelet. The beaded bracelets are cool because usually you can fidget with it. And so your hands are busy. And as your hands busy, it keeps your hands away from your hair. So if I'm at a desk and I'm sitting in this manner, I can fidget with my bracelet. So that kind of helps with keeping your hands away from your hair. Meditating. Some people have beliefs or on it, but find a practice of mindfulness. Even if you sit quietly in your room, if you read a book that you love, if you meditate, you listen to meditation music, yoga, chakra, anything in that nature, it's great. Find peace within yourself, because that's how you end up finding who you really are. So connect to yourself and be true to who you are, not what people want you to be or you think what people want you to be. If you're close to somebody, someone in your family or a friend member that a friend member, a family, that's how we call our group of friends. So friends or family, let them know like, hey, I'm going through this, and if you see me, nicely approach me like, hey, I'm noticing you pulling. Can you, calm down, baby. Don't be pulling no more, okay? Find a way to have someone there as a support in your household or in school, someone that you trust. Okay, so I hope that helped with some of those tips to find a way. I want you to start off with one. I named a few tips for you to kind of find a way to manage that urge, but all I'm asking you is to start with one. Pick one of the tips that I gave you today. Start off with that one, whichever one you felt fit with you best. Start off with that. And then increase the time. So if you're one of the ones to say, I'm gonna put my hands behind my back and tell myself affirmation, do it for 5, 10, 15 minutes. You let the time gradually get there. Okay. Then you can actually maybe add two ways to stop the urge of pulling. And then you can add 3 and 4 and so forth. Okay, guys? So at least for me, for tonight, start off with just one. Another thing that I get a lot of questions about is that, yes, I am in the Tampa Bay area. I have a salon here. However, I do have people that I help with out of state. So if you know of someone who is in need of my help, please feel free to reach out because I do offer at-home treatments and we can do it virtually too. So with the at-home treatment, everything is going to be customized based on your actual type of hair loss or your scalp condition. So I always tell people, let's start off with a complimentary 15-minute consultation, and then we can gradually go from there. But like I said, it can be virtual. We can make kind of like a Zoom meeting, or I'll be using Simple Practice. The other thing is that if non-surgical hair replacement is an option, and you just kind of want something through your treatment plan to kind of cover and feel beautiful inside of it, because sometimes for a woman, especially when the hair loss is so extreme, you kind of start feeling subconscious about yourself and not really wanting to go out. So the topper will help conceal that for a little while. We put on clips and we can do the virtual appointment as well. I will show you how to wash it and how to take care of your topper, if you're out of state or anything like that, or if you decide to come. But today we're talking about at-home services, okay, or at-home treatment plan. So what I want to do for you guys tonight is that for tonight, what I'm offering is 15% off at your at-home treatment plan. You can schedule out your complimentary 15-minute consultation and go from there. But I am going to offer it to the end of this week. Schedule an appointment with me and I will offer you 15% off at your at-home treatment. Okay, guys, I hope that that information was extremely helpful for you. If you guys have any questions or concern, please feel free to reach out to me, schedule an appointment at www.fabulouslymaysalon. And guys, I am almost there at the 30th subscriber on my YouTube channel. So you just go to youtube.com, search for Fabulously Made Salon, click on subscribe. The 30th person will actually receive a free mist activating strengthening treatment or a scalp treatment. Hey, thank you so much for coming on, cuz and you would actually be selected to get that treatment done. So I'm looking for at least 30 subscribers, and we guys, we're almost there. So go ahead, youtube.com, hit on subscribe at Fabulously Made Salon. You can also follow me on Facebook, Fabulously Made Salon. You can find me on Instagram at Fabulously Made Salon. And like I said, guys, please don't feel scared to reach out. If you're experiencing, oh, thank you, Aisha. If you're experiencing hair loss, or if you know of someone, please reach out. I would love to help. And if you guys have any ideas of topics that you want me to talk about that's related to hair loss or scalp treatments or scalp concerns that you guys have, I would love to hear from you guys. I will create a live for it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate so much the love and support that you have provided for us at Fabulously Made Salon. We truly love you, and don't think that you're out of state that I can't help you, because we definitely can put something together for you guys. Take care. Enjoy your evening with your family, guys. Good night.